If you have had a good career, 10, 15 years, you've worked at a few different companies or businesses, you've seen different processes, and you understand that there is always someone who needs a problem solved, then in my mind, you're already being a consultant. I think that consulting or earning any kind of money is a lot easier if we take the pressure off ourselves to not be perfect and to not make $1 million all at once. My name's Kelly Poole. I have been running a successful consulting practice for the last 5 years. And I like to tell people when I started, I just wanted to go on a vacation. I wanted to take a luxury trip out of the country, but my day job, which was really good, was only allowing me to pay rent, cover basic necessities, and invest a little bit for future Kelly. So I knew that if I wanted to take some luxury trips, invest a little more into my future, that I was going to have to create an income stream that would allow for that. And that's where consulting came in. I used the skills that I'd learned in my day-to-day job and throughout my life to offer them to other people who needed help. So at the time, I was doing some different organizational development consulting. I was helping people solve problems across their teams and within their businesses. And ultimately, I was working with governments to help them think about how they could improve the lives of people who used government services. It was magical, but it was not planned. You're seeing this version of me on the internet that has 5 years of talking points about how great consulting is. Listen, anybody can be a consultant. Anyone can be a service-based entrepreneur. I believe that. And I also believe that it's not going to look the way you want it to look. And that's the fun part. If you are someone that can withstand a little bit of risk, someone that has an adventurous personality of sort of figuring things out as you go, then you might be a perfect fit for a consultant. I wanted to help people solve problems. I wanted complete creative control, and I wanted to be able to provide solutions asynchronously. I am the enemy of the team meeting. Oh God, I feel so bad for my former employers and former people that directly reported to me, because there is nothing that bores me more than having to get ready for a regularly scheduled team meeting. Listen, my body just doesn't work that way. It does not work in the cadence of capitalism. I'm not making fun of anyone that prefers team meetings. I think and know that they do serve a purpose, but it just was one that I couldn't really withstand for too long because it totally violated the way that my brain, my creative process, and ultimately my lifestyle needed to operate. I just wasn't good at it. And when I turned, 32 or something, I decided that I was too grown to have to do things that I didn't want to do anymore. Don't tell my daddy, y'all, because he would definitely have something to say about that. But the point is, this is your life. You get to create it. You get to do whatever you want to do. And that's hard for a lot of us to remember, especially in times like this, when it feels like every single thing outside of you is loud and uncontrollable and changing every single day. But listen up, y'all. The safest place is inside of you. We are safe and we are free, and there is abundance in the universe. So my advice to you, if you're thinking about starting a consulting firm or a small business, especially one that's service-based, right? So if you want to be a consultant or a coach or a tax advisor to small businesses, I don't know anything about those specific skill sets, but I do know that it's going to take some inside work for you to believe that you can be a vessel to attract extra money and abundance and everything that you want to you, because it's all out there. And that's an entirely different video I could go on and on about. But if you want to find a little bit of relief, not make $1 million, not get 1 billion followers overnight, but just a little bit of relief where you know that there's a savings cushion, or where you're able to buy your nibblings a gift and not have to put it on a high interest credit card, or more dire situations like being behind on mortgage, not being sure where your next infusion of cash is going to come from, then consulting or offering your skills as a service provider is something something that might work for you. It's not going to work for everyone, but my friend, you are not like everyone. If you're watching videos and binging content about how you can be a consultant, how you can make some extra cash before the end of the year, then I promise you there is something within you that wants to be expressed and people will pay you for it. Listen, we do not have to monetize our gifts. You do not have to make money doing everything. But if you decide that you would like to attract more money, then that's when the fun starts. That's when we decide to get clear on what we're available for, what we're capable of, how we would like that extra abundance, money, time, whatever, to flow into our lives. And then we begin to tell the world, hey, I'm ready. Hey, let's do it. Hey, here I am. And everything just starts to flow in accordance with your ability to receive it. So I promise you, if you have had a good career, 10, 15 years, you've worked at a few different companies or businesses, you've seen different processes, and you understand that there is always someone who needs a problem solved, then in my mind, you're already being a consultant. I would love to help you think more about your business, how to do it in a way that supports you. I talk to my clients all the time about finding their healing aligned hustle because we have to make money to live in this world. So once you can identify what that amount of money is, how you would like it to come into your life, and then what you're willing to do to make it possible, everything else is super easy. I record a ton of hype messages every week to remind you of your goodness and the inherent goodness of the world that is waiting for you. So anything on my channel, my newsletter, in my email list, it is all for you to remind you of who you are and of your power. You have something within you that wants to be created, and you also have something within you that other people need. So stop getting in your own way. Stop telling yourself you can't do it. Stop making up excuses. Stop using somebody else's story as your limiting belief, and just take the next step. You don't have to figure it all out overnight, but if you want to, I promise you, you can do this. I'm rooting for you. Let me know how your business is doing. Let me know how you're doing as a human. I promise y'all we're going to get through this together and it's going to be fun. I'll talk to you soon.